All right, here we are for round number 5. You guys might notice that my webcam is not working. I don't know what happened to it, but it's not functional right now. So um, you're not going to get to look at my pretty face. You're just going to have to deal with my voice alone. All right, so we're looking at some of the disadvantages of playing a 3-color deck. This hand is pretty good if I draw a red source, and I'm going to keep it just because of that. If they're a little slower deck, I'll have time to get this exclude online, and we'll see where we go from there. But I don't really like mulliganing hands that have some castable spells. I've got 2 castable spells, and I've got four mana sources, so it's not too bad. All right, let's see what we are against. Looks like we're against Stompy, so I need to draw Mountain right here. That's what I want, Mountain. Nope. All right, things are not looking good. Hopefully, that was actually a decent draw because it's a play I can make next turn. So hopefully our opponent doesn't get down anything that boosts the toughness of this scout. It's not easy for them to get down one of their white enchantments, but it is possible if they have another forest plus a Utopia Sprawl or an Abundant Growth and then an Ethereal Armor or a Cartouche. We're probably going to lose the game right here. So it looks like I'm getting punished this league a little bit for going with a Grixis version, simply because blue-black just eats Bogles alive. I think I'm 5-1 against it, and any deck can lose to Bogles. They can kill you on turn 4 through a counterspell and an edict. So I mean, it's a strong deck. It's pretty inconsistent though, which is why I don't like to play it very much. Their mana base is horrible. They've got all these 3-drops, but they're so short on lands. I don't know. It's always an iffy deck for me. But we'll see what my opponent does here. They're playing kind of slow, unfortunately, despite this being one of the most mindless decks, especially game 1. Alright, so they've got the forest. Let's see if they have the white source. Or if they just have some Rancors. Looks like they have what I consider to be the Boggles nut draw. See if they just toss an Ethereal Armor on there. Okay, that's much more manageable. So they don't quite have the nut draw. That's a great draw. That means I can get my red source. So as long as they don't play a 3-drop that pumps the toughness of this, I'll be okay. Getting punished here for the Prohibit rather than being like a mana leak or the miscalc, at least if that's what they end up playing. Alright, tapped land is good. And they can only, at this point, cast 1 white enchantment, so I should be fine here. Yep, have to prohibit that. Okay, so now if I get really lucky, they'll toss out another creature. Because they don't know yet that I'm playing red. And obviously, they're probably not going to expect Electricity anyway. Alright. I think we're going to get there this game. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to win this one. So let's see. No real reason to play an untapped land. I need to... The Electricity is going to cost me most of my mana anyway. I won't have enough to hold up Exclude after Electricity no matter what. So see if my opponent jams an enchantment into the Electricity, and they probably should, but I would rather they didn't. Alright. Gonna go ahead and do this. Hopefully they don't have another 1-mana creature. I'm guessing they probably do though. Oh, nothing, huh? Well, that'll probably be enough for us. If we find any of our good card draw spells, we'll be able to finish this one off, I think. Especially if they didn't have a creature there. Yeah, obviously don't care about that one. Okay. They're doing nothing. They're dirtling around, getting all kinds of enchantments into play that don't do anything. So if I draw a Teachings at some point, we'll basically have finished off this entire game. Otherwise, hopefully my Exclude can keep me around for a while. But we are still in trouble if they draw 2 creatures at some point. I don't have an answer to any of them at this point in the game. Alright, now that I have that, I feel pretty confident. I can Magma Spray any of the creatures that can be targeted. Just gonna cycle this Ash Barrens away. If I draw a Brainstorm, I might regret it, but I think it's fine to do. So we do still have a lot of the good answers that normal teachings has. Okay, we've locked this one up now. I'm gonna grab probably a Capsize with this. Well, I'm gonna grab another teachings, I think. Teachings for teachings, and then teachings for... I don't know, maybe I'll grab some counterspells first. I might as well fill my hand up with counterspells of various types. Alright, yep, my opponent has conceded. That's a smart move. Alright, so I obviously want these Duresses and Electrickeries just like last time. I didn't see Manamorphose that game. I'm going to take out the Dispel until I see otherwise. And probably going to take out some targeted removal, so Echoing Decay is probably... Actually, Terminate probably worse than Echoing Decay. I do want to keep one Terminate in just in case they've got like Aura Gnarlid or something weird, but Echoing Decay can take out multiple like tokens, like if they've got Colony Garden tokens or something. The Flame Slashes are pretty bad. I'm going to take those out. And I think we'll call it good right there. So even though we lost this match already, so unfortunately we lost that first match to this deck, but I think this is a pretty decent matchup. This is a tough one. I've got some removal that doesn't work. I've got a Brainstorm, but I do have all my colors, which is really something that I value, and I can duress something away. I'm actually going to keep this. But it's tough. I mean, not having an Edict in your hand is kind of asking for trouble a little bit. Alright. Leading off with a Scout. Gonna Bog first. Teachings is good. Hopefully with the kind of interaction I have, they aren't going to be able to actually kill me before I can Teachings for an Edict or for an Electrickery. Okay, I'm probably going to have to get a Magma Spray or something for that at some point. Currently Electrickery is enough though. And if need be, I can just like Firebolt and Lightning Bolt this thing all the way to death if I need to. Okay, Duress. Let's get that. Hopefully they have like one big enchantment. Okay, I'll take the Armadillo Cloak, of course. I'm actually going to go ahead and play this. It messes up my shuffle for Brainstorm, but I would really like to get a red source into play. And I'll be able to hold up Exclude next turn. I assume they're going to play Abundant Growth here, and then probably not play this Ledgewalker. At least I wouldn't play the Ledgewalker. I mean, my opponent saw I had Electrickery main deck last game. So I kind of doubt he's going to run it out, but maybe he will. The thing is, this clock is not fast enough to do anything to me, so I'm just not that scared of it at this point. I'm going to go ahead and grab a Mountain. And I'm going to play out my island. It's kind of nice I drew the Ash Barrens here. We'll see what my opponent does. Ash Barrens means I can Teachings for removal or something. Let's go ahead and Brainstorm now. If I hit an Electrickery, I can get a pretty nice blowout here. Otherwise, I can just kind of shuffle some of this stuff back in. Yeah, I don't really want the Firebolt or the Lightning Bolt very much. I'll shuffle those away, get an island, and we should have pretty much locked this one up. I don't have it totally locked up because my opponent can, if my opponent draws runner that I have to counter, then I might not have this locked up. Okay, it looks like I locked it up now though. So I'll just grab an Electrickery with my Mystical Teachings, and we'll just finish this off real quick. So maybe I should have kept one of those burn spells to finish off the second half of the Young Wolf. That would have probably been a good idea. But I'm sure I'll find another removal spell soon enough. So I have to decide now if I want to take 4 damage or if I would rather hit this stuff right away. My opponent's paying costs. Okay. So they bricked again, which is nice. So I think I'll just wait for them to attack. I don't really want to take this because my opponent can get this Rancor going on this Young Wolf. And I don't quite have an answer yet. Yeah, that was probably foolish of me to keep. Like, I don't remember which of these I kept. Like, I don't know if I had this thing twice or what. I should have shuffled one of these away probably and kept one of my removal spells just for this Young Wolf. Yeah, I could lose this game to this Young Wolf for sure. So I have to decide. I think I'm going to hold up Exclude. If they play the Rancor, I'm not going to counter it, I don't think. I'd rather exclude this Ledgewalker if they want to play it. If they don't, I'll just think twice. All right, I got my exclude already. Another Electrickery. All right, let's go ahead and think twice. Okay, Bloodfell Caves, not amazing. So I'll go ahead and pick up this mountain. No, I'll pick up the island. Okay. Since our opponent played out the Ledgewalker last turn, I think that we are still guaranteed a victory here because I can counter something here and then I can kill that Young Wolf. Yeah, I think I'll just counter that. So next turn I can Teachings for something to kill this Young Wolf, and then I'll have Electrickery if they play anything else. Alright, let's go ahead and play this Swamp, I suppose. I have 7 mana, pass the turn. Another Young Wolf. Yeah, it was probably like the best possible draw for them. But I do get to cast Echoing Decay, I suppose. So I'm actually going to take the 4, and I'm going to Teachings out Echoing Decay, so then I can Electrickery. Yeah, okay. This should be fine. But I no longer have like a guaranteed victory. So let's see. So if I Teachings for... So I can Electrickery this Young Wolf and Teachings for Teachings. Yeah, that seems the best. So... Teachings. I still have the Echoing Decay, I believe. I need to make sure before I get too crazy with this plan. So I still have the Echoing Decay. I'm going to go get my Teachings. Gonna Electrickery this Young Wolf. Okay. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I can cast a Think Twice if I play an untapped land. That seems good. Just gonna wait. You never know if my opponent is gonna foolishly play something on their Young Wolves pre-combat. Okay, let's go grab that Echoing Decay. I'm going to hold up Island to scare my opponent into thinking I have a counterspell. There might have been something I could do with Crypt Incursion here or whatever, but it is what it is. Alright, goodbye Young Wolves. They don't play any instants, so I feel pretty safe waiting until their combat to do that stuff. They drew exactly a hexproof threat this turn. It's going to be kind of annoying, but I should have enough mana. Yeah, I should have 8 next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can just Teachings for an Edict. Let's think twice. Alright, well, I guess it's a good thing that I should probably make sure I leave up black mana, huh? Alright. Let's go Teachings. Let's grab Devour Flesh. Let's just devour its flesh right now. Yeah, I could still lose here. Obviously, I'm in pretty good shape if they just miss any creature for one turn. I should be able to come back pretty well, but like, fortunately, they kind of hit like double hits, so I had to use up all my. Looks like they found something. All right, it would appear my opponent is incredibly lucky. And I think I misplayed earlier, but I don't remember. But we're going to lose here if I don't hit anything to kill this. Man. Think twice. Alright, I've got enough life for that. I think I played that life gain land last turn. Alright. I'm feeling safe again. Alright, they missed for a turn finally. So I still need to find like some way to lock this game up. But it's looking pretty decent so far. Let's go ahead and think twice. Hopefully I can actually hit something. No. Whatever, just I wanted another land anyways. Why not? But I've got an answer to their next creature with my false summoning, so got time here. I'm actually just going to keep this Ash Barrens in case I draw a Brainstorm. My opponent concedes. Interesting. Well, I would probably not have conceded there. They didn't know that I had nothing in hand, but I did in fact not have anything. But all in all, decent showing for the deck. I'm still learning the ins and outs of the deck. It's a little more complicated to play than the Blue-Black Teachings deck because you have more options. I have so many more, so much more diversity of spells. And overall, though, I think the deck's very powerful. You could see, I mean, I beat Hrimfax on Stompy, and we're even pretty close in the game we lost to him. And we beat Delver. And we beat just kind of, these weren't great matchups for the deck. I mean, Kuldotha Boros is a great matchup for the deck, but other than that, you know, Bogles can beat anybody in any game. It's a fast deck, and if you stumble at all, you're going to lose to it. And I do think that's one of the matchups that were hurt the most by playing this red version, because the black version is really consistent. It's got tons of edicts, and you can normally take out their Bogles no problem, but in this deck, I've got a couple fewer edicts, and I also have worse mana. I mean, I just might not have black mana some games, and that's just not the case when you play the blue-black deck. You typically are able to get your colors online at least reasonably fast. Yeah, that's it for the deck. I haven't spent a ton of time tuning this deck or anything. I mean, I just threw it together and played it, and this is the second time this is the second league with it. And so now I'm 9-1 in leagues with it, so that's pretty good. You guys should definitely check it out and try tuning it. I don't know if the mana base needs some work. The mana was okay today. I didn't have too many troubles that I didn't have any consistent troubles, like the same problem over and over, which makes it tough to fix. If I have, you know, one problem one game, one problem another game, one problem a third game. That might just be variance, and there's no way I can fix like, oh, I'm short on blue this game, short on red this game, short on black this game. You can't fix that by adding more sources of those colors, just because you will hurt the other colors. So, but yeah, a nice showing for the deck. I just want to remind you guys to look down below, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon if you want to be alerted anytime I put out new videos, and follow me on Twitter. I always post every time I go live on Twitch and anytime I release new videos. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you guys want to help me out, hit me with a like, and remember the subscribe button. I am probably going to plan some kind of giveaway or something once we get to 500 subscribers. I'm getting kind of close, so that should be cool. Let me know what kind of decks you guys want to see coming up. I'm going to probably play at least one more with this Grixis 101 card deck. I might tune it a little bit, and I don't know, hopefully you guys can see a little bit more of these cool kinds of decks that you can play when you're not restricted by just 60 cards. You can play a lot of cool stuff in your deck, and I don't know, maybe I'll try to make a 60 card version of this one as well. I don't know. You guys let me know what you want to see. There's a lot of cool decks out there. Pauper's an awesome format. It's wide open. We've been seeing all kinds of stuff in the challenges. Really cool decks. A lot of diversity in the top 8s and stuff. Kung Fu Tree's just won one with, I don't know, a Tron deck that is pretty similar to a lot of the De Novo Horror decks, but it's got a fair number of changes and the game plan's very different. So it's really cool that people are innovating like that. So why don't you guys try to do that too? You can try out some of these decks. You can try that awesome Tron deck, or do whatever you want. It's really cool. So just want to remind you guys to keep brewing, and I will see you guys next time.